Welcome everyone, this is Carol from Crinkled Path Journals, and I'm here with a memory keeping with me in my altered cookbook junk journal. I don't know why that's always so hard to spit out. Today I cut out some gymnastic pictures. The last page I had done, I talked about this class that I took, little cooking class, and it got me thinking about the fact that our school offered gymnastics. It was just part of the PE program, and we would do it for a period of time each year, quarter, I guess. And I loved tumbling and apparatus work. It wasn't like a separate lesson like the cooking class was. It was more part of the yearly routine, kindergarten through high school, and they had a gymnastics team in the high school, and so they taught gymnastics to all the elementary, junior high kids, hoping to have people ready to be part of their team in high school. And I did do the high school team for 2 years. I ended up getting in a really bad car accident and couldn't continue. I wanted to take these pictures and do a page. Being that the pictures are black and white, it's not making for a very colorful page. I have been binge watching a YouTube channel by Tanya Samuels, who makes junk journals with a lot of her own digitals. The thing that she has inspired me with is all her flips and tucks. So I thought, what better page to do some flips and tucks than on a gymnastics page? Sorry, I know. I love the puns. I'm going to try some of Tanya's techniques on this page, and I'm going to start by grabbing this book. For those of you who watched my funny desk tour when I was working on organizing, and things have come along really nicely. I feel like I'm using the space so much more efficiently. I'm finding things so much easier. It's wonderful. But I'll probably will have more post-organization things to show you, because I've got a piece of furniture I'm currently filling, and I want to show you that. So that'll come in a future video. Anyway, I was showing that I keep this music book on my desk because the pictures are very 70s, and while there aren't a lot of colorful pages in it, there are some really colorful pages. So I thought, rather than printing more paper, I just kind of thumb through this and see if I can't see, like, this one's cool, just some colorful backgrounds. Because part of what I was thinking is that I could back the pictures with something a little more colorful, so when you open it up, it's sort of a surprise. Let's see if I can find some more. Here's another page. So yeah, check out Tanya's channel. Check out Tanya's channel if you get a chance. She's kind of a wizard at pockets and flips and tucks and folios, and I just love everything I've been seeing. So I'm glad I found her channel. Oops. Okay. Tuck that away. Alright, so when you make something a flip, it helps to have a hinge on it, and I kind of want the hinge to be hidden, so I have some plain page here. Oh, that's his private collection. Might want to cut that out for my words. I'm gonna cut some strips, and then we'll back the paper with our colorful paper. And then one of the things that Tanya also does is she does some sewing around, and usually she'll do kind of a faux sewing where, like, she'll sew around this without anything on the back and then glue it down. Here, because I'm just going to have a front and back that are one piece, and they're not going down in any tricky places, I think I'm just gonna back it and go ahead and sew around it after I back it. First, our hinge, and then figuring out where things are gonna go. Because I hand cut the pictures, I want to make sure that it's actually even, because I'm going to put the hinge on this side of this one. I think put it down here, and then this one on this side. But I really like gymnastics. I had fairly good balance and strength for as tall as I was as a kid. Because I was tall, I could not do, as I got older, I couldn't do the uneven bars, because literally they have to be adjusted for your height, the distance between the two bars and the height between the two bars. And our set at our school did not go any bigger, and so if I tried to swing between them like doing a flip or something, my feet would hit the other bar because I was just too tall. So I stuck mainly to the vault and the beam. Got a couple hinges. Sorry, my chair is still popping. I'm liking the standing ability for this desk. There's certain things I just do better standing, and I feel like I look at the page easier, see the page easier for some reason. I feel like you can hear me better if I'm standing up, and it doesn't tire out my shoulder quite as quickly, because when I'm sitting, I realize my arm is having to hold itself up more by the shoulder muscles, and when I'm standing, they're just kind of hanging down and my hands are in the right place. And I need it right even with that crease. I love how this little girl has Princess Leia buns. My daughters called them space buns growing up. And this book was written in 1979, so definitely close to the time of the original Star Wars, Princess Leia. Okay, so I think those two are going to flip like that. And then I want to put, those are going to go like that. There's going to be a paper goes in front and then paper on the back of both of these. So now I got to figure out what part of this I'm going to glue them to. First of all, what's going to make the best background? I took the title off the first page of the book and put it up there. So now I gotta do this slightly tricky stair step cut. Fits like a puzzle. Beautiful. I'm not gluing it down because I've still got to make the backs for this and sew around things. I think maybe because this is the running to the vault. This is the horse. This is the vault. Or the pommel horse, I think is called. If my brain is remembering correctly. Sure, somebody out there was a better gymnast than me and remembers these things. All right, so now I'm gonna make a little hinge for this guy. Just gonna eyeball this one since it's short. Trying to be precise before my glue dries. Art glitter glue, you don't have a lot of time. Well, I cut it a little crooked. I think that's a pretty common thing with the paper cutters, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to be on the back side. And it's not really a way to, it's so tiny a fraction of a piece, I'm not going to be able to fix it. Okay, so now I need one for this side. Let's do the sun part. Okay, that's the back for that one. What in the world? Okay, not my day, I guess, for cutting. I think I'll fix this one. Oh, you know what I can do? I'll put a little tuck on this one. Just a teeny tuck. I got too short. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, try again. I've got more somewhere. Okay, I had to do a little repair. Just because I like the pattern on this better than what I had left. Oh, and I gotta glue this one on too before I do this. I think that's the complicated thing, is that you have to think ahead so that you're not getting ahead of yourself. And then when you make mistakes, you just figure out a way to fix them. All right, let's see if this glue is still wet. Okay, that one went a little easier. So you'll see those will go under like that. This one will go under on this side. looks so plain, and then wham, 70s. I guess at least it's all pretty monochromatic, so not too crazy. Okay, let's put something under on this one. Since we're gonna flip it up, we're gonna put him on upside down, maybe. Oh wait, I could do these. More flowers. I think I'm making the mistakes because I can't see it. The pencil marks. Measure twice, cut once. Right? Okay, that's going that way, so we're going to put this on upside down, so when we flip it up, it's right side up. Sorry if you're hearing Cardo slam a million times. Our kids are borrowing our big truck and going camping. Our youngest daughter and her husband heading out to the ocean for the weekend. Okay, that's gonna work. All right. So now we gotta do some sewing around all of these pieces. Maybe we should think about what else we're gonna want on them and what I'm gonna do with these. I don't know why I'm singing. Well, I was kind of thinking maybe I'll make a journal card out of this one and tuck it into my little tuck over here. So I'll just cut that off. And then maybe I can find some of the plain orange paper. Just glue it on the back of here, cut it out. Then I can do my journaling on the back of that one. That'll be perfect. So as it turns out, like I said, I did the gymnastics team in high school for 2 years. It was an acro sports team, so we did do some tumbling, but mostly we did building. So you build towers with people, with chairs, and then do balance things on top of this tall stack of chairs. That was not me, but I was on the team that did all the tower building with people, and that was pretty exciting. And it's actually one of the places that my husband and I spent time. We had met once before the gymnastics team started up for the school year, and he was new to the school, so he was kind of signing up for everything just to get to know people at school. Signing up for all the clubs and different after school sports. He played football and basketball, and he joined the gymnastics team because they had put out a call for young men. They needed people to lift up all these girls that were tumbling and being the top of the tower. Anyway, he and I were the 2 tallest people on the team, so we ended up getting paired together height wise, and yeah, so we ended up spending a lot of time together. I feel like it needs more than one staple, but I don't know that I can get another one on there. Maybe I'll do a crooked one. There we go. I don't know why. It just looks better to me. Anyway, so my husband picked me up a lot for the first year we knew each other. Oh my goodness. That was really fun and a little bit different than your typical gymnastics team activities. Okay, I was thinking maybe I would use this one to make a tuck on this side, but I don't want to lose the whole sunflower, so I think I'm going to trim this down a little more. Actually, a little pocket, I guess is what I'd call it. So let's trim a little off the bottom. I don't know, I don't know, maybe you're not even seeing me. A little off the top. One of the other things we had when we were doing gymnastics in elementary school was a giant trampoline. I mean, it was almost the size of one volleyball court. It was massive. And then at some point during my elementary years, they outlawed trampolines in gymnasiums for general PE. Probably had a lot of kids falling off. We didn't have any safety concerns that I was aware of at our school, but the state outlawed them. All right, that makes a cute little pocket. Albeit I cut it crooked again, but let's see. It's a very busy afternoon here. Now my husband's vacuuming. We had our grand dogs stay with us for about 3 weeks. And I didn't think they were particularly hairy dogs. They don't have long hair, but they left a lot of fur. So now that they're gone home to their mommy and daddy again, I guess my husband's tackling all the, he knows I am kind of useless with the vacuum right now, unless I vacuum left-handed. All right, we have all of our pieces. I love this picture because I remember standing like this for 20 minutes the first time I went to do a round off dismount from on the beam. She's on the floor in this picture, but on the balance beam, when you're standing 4 feet off the ground, you have to hit the beam correctly to do the round off to get off the beam, and you also have to be ready to then, once you complete that, you're going to actually be dropping all the way to the floor and stick the landing. And I was very nervous about doing it the first time, and I stood there and stood there and stood there until I could psych myself up to finally try it. And I'd been practicing on a line on the floor for months, so it actually worked. But I remember standing like just like that with my hands up, my toes pointed for quite a while, psyching myself up. Okay, we've got all the pieces. I'm gonna go sew. I got these all sewn around. So now we're gonna have to glue them in. Let's see, I guess I'm going to glue them to this first and then glue the whole thing down. And I decided, since I didn't stitch around my title, sorry, I need a drink. I decided, since I didn't stitch around my title, that I wouldn't stitch around this back page, just the flaps. I think it needs some kind of a button. Oh, and I probably should have, if I want to use a button closure, I probably want to stick something under here before it dries. So I'm going to just pull this up a second and let's look for, put some fabric tack on the end of this. All the strings. And then I'm going to look for a button. I pulled my thread off the sewing machine really quick so that I can sew this button on. Kind of double up my thread here a little bit. Then I'm going to run this through my loop. It'll be very secure. I'm going to go around it a couple times now, just to make sure my thread won't break when I'm wrapping the other string around it. Okay, we can tie that off. I'll do my journaling on the back of there. I thought I'd make another journaling card for in this pocket, and I just grabbed this piece of black and white art. This is from an art book from a painter that did splatter painting. Anyway, I just wanted something black and white, and I have this first place ribbon, and we didn't compete. It was just for a PE grade when I was taking gymnastics. And then when I was on the acro sports team, we just did exhibitions. So it was just for doing shows. But I thought, because one of the reasons I loved gymnastics was because I loved watching the Summer Olympics and watching the gymnasts, and they were very inspiring to me. There's medals. It's quite common with kids sports to get ribbons, and not that I did, but I thought it would just be a fun piece of ephemera to add. This is one of my ribbons, but the tag is pulled off, so I don't know what I got the ribbon for. I know it wasn't gymnastics, and so I thought if I use something with a little heft, that it would help the ribbon to be stiffer, to be a card for journaling. I'm just going to try sticking mostly to the white part of this art. All right, so let's glue this down real quick. We'll use some fabric tack since we're on fabric. I think I have some of my old choreography drawings from when I was in the high school team. And so I will, oh, I like the drips going down this way now. So I'll probably do another entry when I get to doing my 1980s journal about my time in the acro sports team. I need just a little extra glue right at the top where that tag is torn, so it stays tucked under. You can tuck it into that pocket. I like it. And I love that this cord matches the thread. I want to thank you for joining me today. And if you had a sport or an interest, something that you did as a kid that was energetic and fun, like gymnastics or ballet, or you tell me, what did you do? I'd love to hear your story because your story matters. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.